And it's my honor to be on the dais in the august presence of so many luminaries from the academia and the corporate sector, and definitely I'm humbled with my presence on the dais today. And of course, Dr. Irfan has not left anything to be touched. That's a very smart move on the virgin turf, as he said, so that whatever we are going to talk should sound the repetition, of course. But I'm sure that being in the academics has given us certain learnings from our own experiences. I'll just share a few anecdotes that I was really honored and blessed to listen to Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam 3 times during his lifetime, and I really consider that those learnings which I learned after listening to him for those 3 different interactions with him have gone a long way. I was just thinking a few minutes while that whenever we interact with the newcomer students coming to our campus and we take their interviews for the selection process, GDPI is conducted and all, and one very common question is asked from the students that why do you want to pursue PGDM program? And in case of 90% students, the answer is that we want to go for a good job. And then it gives us a feel that where our country is heading. Is it that the only ambition to get the first job of your life which is inspiring you to go for a management degree? And then I recalled one interaction with Dr. Kalam. In similar interactions, I was amongst the audience, and during the open session, I asked one question that, sir, kindly tell us that how to motivate the students of our country. And his one single sentence answer has really been with me since that moment, almost 4 years ago. And he said that, dear, listen carefully. Small ambition is a crime, and unfortunately, our youngsters are going for this crime day in, day out. And it is the responsibility of the teaching fraternity to ignite the minds of those youngsters. And are we doing that in the campuses, in the classroom sessions? That you have to ask yourself and you'll get the answer. And surely I'm still searching the answer. That are we the teaching fraternity, the whole lot of the teachers sitting here on dais, off dais, are doing a bit to ignite amongst our youngsters that their life has to have a meaning. They are not born to do a petty job. The first job is their dream. Are we really igniting them to go ahead for the bigger aspirations, which are not only benefiting them only at the individual level, but they are thinking about the societal benefit, the national benefit, and then the global benefit. Has this thought come across us when we are designing the curriculum? Has this thought have come to us when we go for the pedagogical innovations, when we go for the classroom delivery, and of course, when we go for the selection of the teachers, as has been highly and very pertinently highlighted by Dr. Irfan, that it is the teacher who's going to make the change. And being part of the teaching fraternity, I always consider has come as a blessing. Because I always have felt, and it might sound philosophical to few, that we don't deal with the products. We are not working in a business sector. Sometimes when people talk about education sector, it gives me a startling thought that really, are we working in a sector which is meant to create business? Or are we dealing with the future of the country? And when we go for a particular classroom session, we are addressing 90 odd students. We are dealing with the future of the country, not the product, or not we are doing any business. And obviously when these thoughts are coming, I'm very sure these thoughts have come to so many of the academic fraternity members, and that's the reason that now we are coming up with the platforms like FWA. We go for the brainstorming sessions, the different academic fraternity members coming closer, coming together, and they really go ahead with this thought that how we can create difference in the education sector of our country. That's really a question to be asked continuously. and of course, to go ahead with certain solutions tomorrow. I was last year in the Harvard University campus, and of course that has been one of my privilege to be there for 1 week program on educational leadership. And then during that 1 week program, we had an extensive case study of Finland as a country, that how that country has transformed from agriculture-based country to the innovation-oriented country today. And that country is an example whose education system has created ripples in the whole global scenario. Because of the pedagogical innovations they have created and they have adopted, of course, in the classroom teaching, and of course their continuous urge on the curriculum advancement, the curriculum agility that has been created. And I'm very sure that all of us will acknowledge that we all are working in a VUCA environment, which is so much volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. And when we are sitting in this VUCA environment, which is having so many of the disruptive forces around us, and when I say disruptive forces, of course, there are 3 major areas which are changing the whole economy, the whole market, the global scenario. The rapid adoptions of the innovations, that is one parameter and the factor, which is contributor to the VUCA environment. And the second, the constant entry of lots of competitors in the corporate sector and of course per se in the education also. And finally, the changing consumer behavior. So these 3 factors have created so much of the ripples together that we are facing a disruptive VUCA environment. And to take care of this environment, we need to have the creation of the agile organizations. And when I say agile organizations, obviously the organizations which have the flexibility to adapt to this change. And not that a change will happen only once. It is going to happen every once and while. So how much agility we can create in our organization is one of the biggest challenge which organizations worldwide are facing. And when we talk about education sector, we are creating the leaders for tomorrow who have to face this VUCA environment tomorrow after coming out of these campuses. So that's where comes the need of creation of agile curriculum also. The curriculum which can adapt to these changes, the curriculum which can have the components of the best practices of the global scenario, and of course with the special perspective of the Indian scenario. Unfortunately, in the Indian B schools, we used to go for the maximum cases which are either from Harvard Business Review or from the environment which might not be faced by the students tomorrow. So there is a strong need to look into that what curriculum we are teaching to the students, how much is the need of customization of this curriculum, and of course, we can't deny the importance of the quality teachers who can not only give the best qualitative education, but can deliver best qualitative value-oriented education. Because we need not only the professionals who will go for the best of the jobs tomorrow, but we are needing for our country the responsible citizens besides being the professionals. And that is possible only if we are going to put some impetus on the value orientation in our curriculum. So these are few things which came to my mind, and I'm very sure they'll create some confusions also. They'll create some questions also in the minds, and if they can be imparted in the form of the new curriculum, the additions in the curriculum, I'm sure we are going in the right direction in that case. So thank you very much for being so patient, and I'm very sure the presence of this August gathering is going to give lots of new inputs to us, and these brainstorming sessions which are happening today are definitely going to decide some positive direction for improvement into the education sector in our country. Thank you very much.